Right. New day.
New day.
New day.
Big E, one from you.
New day.
Ooh, you see, we
whisper.
cover all the bases, the range,
yes.
every note on the scale, and that's why we harmonize.
It's very special.
It's
Actually,
impressive.
he does not whisper. He's been working on it.
Yeah, it's a work in
Guys.
progress. I'm usually very loud.
I was going to say, I don't usually see you whisper.
Exclusive.
I never seen him whisper.
You
I'm
never,
very
you
bad
never
at it.
see anyone whisper.
It's pretty
You
sexy.
hear them whisper.
What?
You see?
No.
You say sexy?
Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I'm gonna move.
It means something different over the
Yeah, it
pond.
means something different.
Have you said
That's
so?
why you say bum bag.
Yeah.
Can we move on?
Not
Let's
fanny
move on.
Oh,
Yes,
bum bag.
okay.
That's a. Oh, okay.
I'm uncomfortable with the term.
So whose idea was the stable of New Day? And how do
You're
you
to blame.
guys think it's going?
Technically, you're to blame.
I'm to blame.
Yes.
I am the quote-unquote mastermind.
Are you? Okay.
Us coming together.
Okay.
Our fruition of family that we've created, a brotherhood, a bond, eternity between the three of us. And I think as you will be able to see throughout this interview, we have a very good interaction. We realized that we were kind of the same upbringing, kind of the same cloth, and as we spent more time with each other, we realized, hey, this is something that needs to happen on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So I put out feelers to both of them and said, hey, this needs to be a thing that we do constantly while we're on the road, while we're on television, fight together, train together, eat together, all part of the New Days mentality.
Everything.
So it literally came from
Everything.
a backstage friendship.
Yeah,
And it grew from that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and had many twists and turns, which one day I'm sure people will know more of, but we like our jobs, so we won't get into that. But yes, ultimately, I think the biggest thing is that we believe in the three of our abilities. I think we all have different, I feel in many ways we have many similarities, but we also have a lot of differences as well, which I think complement each other. And I think more than anything, we kind of believe in each other. And the fact that you get to travel with guys that you genuinely like and work together, and that's a benefit for us and something that when I'm done wrestling, 20 years from now, I'll have fond memories of
You got 20 years
doing.
left.
I said when I'm done. Oh, you mean in life?
You said
You said
20 years from now.
when you're done wrestling.
Oh, there's two.
Well, I meant, all right, when I'm done wrestling, and then I look back
Comma,
simultaneoously.
20 years. I don't have to, there's no way I have 20 years in me.
Yes, never say never.
No, my body's about to fall apart anytime now. But
You might
anyways,
be one of those part-timers that come back and annoy all the young guys. Take all the WrestleMania spots.
We made a vow. We made a vow.
did we?
Oh, did you?
Yes, we were actually just talking about this today.
And what was that vow?
I don't know if it's necessarily like a vow, but it's a long way away, I guess, or maybe. But when we're done, I think we're gonna be done. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Just,
yeah.
And kind of look back at these days and kind of appreciate them for what they are. But like Woods was saying, we're kind of all cut from the same cloth, and also the sense that we, have a lot of things that we want to accomplish in this lifetime, and wrestling is it's a big part, but in the grand scheme of life, it'll probably be a small part of the bigger things that we do.
That's a great
Raise
way to be.
families, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely wants to have a chain of apartments.
Okay.
That's right.
He's got a beautiful baby son in Wardrobe.
Awesome.
I've got my psychology degree, and I'm going to be working with children with autism, so we have a lot of things to do afterwards.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's very interesting to see what happens when they do Where Are They Now?
Yeah.
The running joke is that
Good
I'll
on you
become
guys.
a slumlord and collect payments in a bathrobe, which will often be open. I like to express myself.
No
and house
lotion.
slippers. I'll be ashy.
No
My brother will be
lotion.
ashy,
Be real ashy, dry.
Lotion gets expensive. Let's be honest.
That's how they come in.
It adds up.
The fire starts. For people who don't know what ashy is, it's when people of a darker complexion get dry skin. We can
Yes.
see
Right, okay.
it's type of powdery.
It's almost like a chalkboard sensation. Like
Something I don't suffer from.
Yeah, right.
You would probably do, but
just can't see
won't
that as a
see it. There's no
parent.
contrast in your
Yes.
skin tone and the ashiness.
Yes.
Okay.
Might be.
So more parents on us.
So, going back to WWE, because you're still here.
Yes.
Is it a daunting prospect as three single stars creating a new
Hey,
a new day?
Nailed it.
Very good.
I see what you did there.
Creating a new group, is it a daunting prospect or is it a nice opportunity to kind of reinvent yourselves?
I think for me, definitely, these have been like some of the funnest times of my career, and it's weird to say, like, a lot of people have been asking me, oh, how long have you been on the roster now? And I debuted on TV in 2008, so that's like, what,
Okay.
7 years? You're the brain, math. I suck at math.
I'll go with 7, yeah.
So yeah, 7 years plus. So yeah, you know, I've done a lot of pretty cool things, but I think these times right now are some of the funnest times. Again, being able to hang out with people that you like and then just interact on television in front of everybody. That is what makes the group. If you look closely at it, is the interaction that we have, and you know, just the fact that we're able to show that. You know what I mean? Like to the world. And I mean, for me, it was definitely an exciting thing to come together.
Yeah, and I think it is kind of rare for three separate entities, guys who've been on the roster for a bit. Well, you know, obviously Kofi's been on much longer than we have, but to get a fresh start collectively and have vignettes
really rare,
and everything, that doesn't really
yeah.
happen often. Most of the three-man groups, especially the last few years that we've seen, have been guys brought up straight from NXT as three-man groups. So it was definitely a very tall task to even get this going, and there was a lot involved, which maybe one day we'll be able to spill the beans about. I feel like you could write a book alone.
I was going to say, it sounded like you need to write a book.
There's been a lot of, I think it's kind of bonded us though, all the ups and downs, and we've, there's a lot of times where we've left buildings with a lot of joy, like we've accomplished something big, and then there are times where we've left the arenas with a lot to say to each other, a lot of angst.
Anger.
But it's been cool because we've been able to deal with it collectively.
Yeah, and me especially, so like when I came up, I was randomly with R-Truth and just literally floating like from the get-go. So for me, it was trying to keep my head above water and figure out something for myself.
Yeah.
And then as I was molding that and creating that, I realized, wow, like I was working on my relationship with E. We were hanging out a lot. We became better friends and realized, oh, you know, what I'm doing, I feel like you might fit into this a little bit. And then literally, we talked for a few weeks before we even talked to Kofi about it because he was doing so much of his own stuff and, you know, such an amazing talent on his own. It wasn't something where we wanted to say like, hey, forget what you're doing and just come over here and do our thing. So like, we presented it to him and told him exactly how we felt about certain things and realized he was feeling the same way. So the fact that we were literally all on the same page and nobody really realized it until we had like an open discussion about it. Yeah. It really opened up the door for a lot of things that we've been able to do now.
Yeah. And how are the live crowds reacting to New Day? How do you think it's all going?
It's mixed.
Very mixed.
You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, when we all come together, we all bring very different styles in the ring. You know, we bring a lot of different things to the table. So I think in that sense, people love to see us go out there. A lot of times, you know, we'll come out and, you know, we'll hear some boos. You know what I mean? Which, you know, we come out and we try to promote positivity and, you know, people don't know what we've had to go through to get to this point. So when we hear those boos, you know, it kind of, it's weird for me because like I've never been booed. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
fine. You know what I mean? Like we're in the entertainment business, and I would love the opportunity to get booed even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the crowd reaction is it's been good in the sense that we are getting a reaction whether you like us or you don't like us. We're able to come out and draw something out of you. Oftentimes when people come out, when we come out and they do boo us, we get in the ring and they see how much fun we're having. They can't help but want to have fun with us too. You know, so it's a really interesting dynamic in terms of you know, just what we bring to the table, and it's just again like we've been saying, it's been a wild ride to get to this point. So we're all excited to kind of keep taking it further and further and see exactly what happens.
And speaking of your dynamic, someone like a group like The Shield, for example, they had the kind of three clear-cut characters. You had like the muscle of Roman Reigns, the opportunist of Seth Rollins, and the craziness of Dean Ambrose. How would you describe your characters?
I bring the meat.
The meat?
So much meat.
The meat.
Big meat.
So much
big meat.
Okay.
That's my role, clearly.
Yeah.
Awesome, Kofi.
He is the meat. Me, I bring the experience, athleticism, you know, and that's it. Yeah.
I am the brains, the operation.
The brains behind the
I like to
operation.
say we've got meat and agility, and then I'm a mix of the two as well. So it's a good thing. We've got opposite ends of the spectrum and the middle. So when you take us all three as one, you're the greatest wrestler of all time.
Wow.
See that?
What a good way to look at it. He is the brains.
He also brings the humility, clearly. Yes, he brings that as well.
And what the funny thing is too is like, you know, we talk about like being strong, being athletic, being smart. You can kind of interchange that. We're all college graduates. We're all very athletic, you know, for my size, and for Woods' size, we're also very strong, you know, in comparison to the average, person. So a lot of what kind of separates us, You can interchange.
Look at that muscle.
You don't know about Mount Woods. You know what I'm saying? Mount Woods, right there.
It's cold on those peaks.
You're lucky he's wearing a long sleeve shirt, because if he was not, it might mess up the lighting in here.
If he wasn't, it would reveal the socks that he's put.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Go ahead.
Now it's the whole thing.
The flesh is coming
It's the
out.
whole
You
thing.
can see the microphone cord and everything. I don't even care.
You've messed up our production
See
look.
what you did?
See that?
There it is.
There you
And you have a
go.
long sleeve on? Now you got
And a
Pure
long
muscle.
sleeve.
2?
Wow.
So cold.
Hold on. Hold up.
You've done this, by the way. You've done this.
So I apologize.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Wow. He can't even pull his bicep through his shirt.
No.
You see what you're making him do? You wanted to see Mount Woods, and there you have it.
Relax.
You could go skiing on Mount
Trip was
Woods.
living in the
You
crease.
could
Take you on the journey to the top.
Look at you. You could go sledding on the way down all this snow.
Nice.
Huh? What you know about Mount Woods? You didn't want to see Mount Woods. Now you see what you
Now I
did?
can't keep my eyes off it.
Look at him.
That is legit muscle.
That's only one arm, too.
One up.
You see it,
Stay
right?
like that.
That's one
Stay
arm.
That's my weak arm, too. Use my strong hand.
Come on,
Wowza.
man.
Right, we must crack on. I don't know if I can concentrate now.
Got no circulation.
He's shaking, by the way. You can't see him right now, but now he's shaking and
petrified
trembling.
now.
He's petrified.
Are you frustrated that you guys formed after the likes of the Wyatts and the Shield broke up? Because you guys could have had some killer matches with them, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I don't know if it's a matter of being frustrated that it happened afterwards, but I think it might have been a missed opportunity. But I think when we've had opportunities to showcase what we can do as a three-man group, namely the main event match we had against Cesaro, Kid, and Adam Rose, I think I don't know how many people actually got to see that, because it was on the network one of the last few weeks. It was on main event. But yeah, we've had opportunities to do that, and we walked away very proud of what we did that night. And I definitely think it's a missed opportunity with those guys not being trios anymore. But I think hopefully there'll be more opportunities for us down the line as a three-man group.
WrestleMania 31 on the horizon. What are you guys looking forward to on the show, and how would you describe the event to someone thinking about watching it?
Would say we're looking forward to being a part of the show. This will be my second WrestleMania overall, first WrestleMania as a part of the New Day. And as we said earlier, it's cool doing stuff on your own, but have your friends there to kind of celebrate the moment with you. So
To share that with, that's awesome.
It's a completely different
Yeah.
experience. It's awesome. It's a lot more fun. So we're not sure if we're scheduled to be involved in any sort of matches. Hopefully we are. Fingers crossed. And if we do, then we're gonna rip it apart and steal the show.
As always.
Yeah, and I think for me, my first WrestleMania being with Dolph and having that tag title match against Team Hell No, that was great for me and it's such an exciting moment. My first WWE match was actually WrestleMania, and that was great, but to me, that felt like something that came very easily. This took so much work and so many ups and downs, and if we can get the three of us, the New Day, on WrestleMania, and we're in a match of importance, and we're doing what we do, that feels like a real accomplishment. Because again, like I said, we can't really get into everything that's happened from a backstage standpoint, but it's been a ton of work on our part to even get this far. So that'll feel like the culmination of all the work that we put in so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's exactly what I was going to say is, I've been to a few WrestleManias now, and I think all of us as a unit getting onto WrestleMania is definitely something we would want to check off on our list of things that we wanted to do. For all, the toils and everything that we've had to go through to actually get, to get together, to stay together, to be together for a while and get on WrestleMania together is definitely an accomplishment. So keep our fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Your spot, by the way, in the Battle Royal at last year's Mania, I'd marked out for that. That was unbelievable.
Well, blame
great
Cesaro. He's the Swiss Superman. He tried to throw me into the first row.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit short, luckily, but it worked out.
That was a great
You're
moment.
going to see Kofi do a really cool spot, hopefully soon in one of these rumbles.
Yeah.
Coolest spot of all, winning it.
The W.
The W.
Deserves
the
it.
big W. He does deserve it. I look forward to that day. I look forward to that new day. Prediction for Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Big main event.
I'm gonna go Roman, but he may need to be carted off afterwards and be bandaged up in a hospital for a couple months, maybe somewhere underground. I feel something like very secretive with doctors from Europe attending to him on a minutely basis.
Yeah.
So Roman, I think Roman may pull it out, but he may be on the cusp of losing his life doing it.
Wow,
so good luck to him.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
That's a good night.
If that occurs, then I say that there's a third person in that mix, and that's Rollins. You have the briefcase. So if I've got the briefcase, and I know he's going to fight Brock, if he beats him,
Yeah. You're going to press play on your music and walk through the curtain, aren't you, really?
somebody, because apparently we're all friends with the sound people. And therefore, go on.
Kofi, your prediction?
Yeah, no, I mean, I echo the same sentiments. Roman is definitely a guy who wants to be the guy. You know, he's the guy that people are looking at. All eyes are on Roman. And if he can go out there and hang with Brock Lesnar, let alone, beat Brock Lesnar, he will forever establish his name in the list of greats. You know what I mean? So, it's definitely going to be a battle. I can't call who's going to win. I wouldn't count Roman Reigns out, but how can you count a man like Brock Lesnar out? You've seen what he's done to John Cena, decimated him beyond, any way that Cena's ever been, decimated before. You've seen what Brock Lesnar did to The Undertaker, ended the streak. Come on, So I know it's going to be a great match. That's all I know, and I'm just glad I get to be there and watch it live.
Awesome. And just
you too can watch it live if you go to the WWE Network.
It's only
$9.99.
Shameless. Just shameless.
Shameless plug.
Yes, sir.
Very quickly, finally, the UK tour is in April. Presumably you guys will be there.
Yeah,
Of course.
How do you find working those UK and Irish crowds? And also, what do you enjoy doing in the UK?
I love it because they're so vocal and they come up with weird chants. Remember these shiny shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were in the match. I was working the floor and I was wearing these silver shoes. This was somewhere in England, a smaller venue. Where were we?
I don't remember telling you.
Yeah, really bad, but somewhere in England.
High kicking.
And I was wearing these aluminum shoes, kind of. Great shoes that you can find at Mr. Man in Tampa, a great place. We actually all have stuff from Mr. Man, though. But anyways, but there was a fairly loud, shiny shoes chant, which made me laugh the entire match. But the UK crowds are fantastic because they are very vocal throughout, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the great things about going to Europe is, there's just the passion that they have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's so rare. We're only there like once a year, which you can say for any given town in the United States. But like, for whatever reason, like they just sees it as an opportunity to just cut loose and let everything out. They want to see all their favorite WWE superstars do cool things and just let out the emotion and passion. So to be a part of that and be like in the ring as that's happening, it's really, really cool. And it just never gets old. It gets better and better every time.
Awesome.
Again, echoing the sentiments of both these guys. I'd say my favorite place though is going over to Ireland, go to Dublin. Last time we were there, I have some friends that live over there, and we had a blast. And it's just so much fun. Like I said, we're not there very often, but we're not here very often. But for some reason, it's just time to lose your mind.
Yeah.
Go absolutely insane. When we were there last time, I don't remember what town we were in, but there was a kid, maybe 15, 16, had his whole group of friends with him, and as we were coming back, like I saw him crying. Like visibly, just tears coming from his eyes, like screaming about how happy he was. And it's like,
Oh, man.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're that excited. Like, love being able to be a part of something like that.
And he was definitely happy. Yeah,
Oh,
just
he
got
was
some
so
bad news.
Clarify that.
Hopefully.
Right, it's lovely to see you guys. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you,
us.
man.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Pleasure.